Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss stories like this. I still remember that morning like it was yesterday. Emily rolled her suitcase out of our bedroom, humming as if the world owed her nothing but joy. She said she needed space, a break, a solo trip to Paris to feel alive again. But the sparkle in her eyes wasn't that of someone seeking clarity. It was the glint of someone running straight into another man's arms. I stayed quiet, letting her move through the house, letting her pretend she was innocent, letting her pretend she wasn't lying, letting her pretend I couldn't see exactly what was happening. When she kissed my cheek and whispered, "Don't overthink things, babe," I already knew the storm she was hiding was about to hit both of us. It didn't take long. Less than 4 hours after she left, my phone buzzed. The message made my stomach twist. "Relax. I'll be back in a week." But it wasn't the words, it was the photo. Emily standing at the airport, grinning like she'd hit the jackpot. Behind her, unmistakable, was her ex-boyfriend, leaning in as if he belonged there. She didn't deny it, didn't explain, didn't hide. She assumed I'd tolerate it, assumed I'd wait, assumed my loyalty was a given while she played tourist with the man she once left me for. That arrogance hit harder than anything. But instead of breaking or lashing out, something inside me hardened. A cold calmness settled over me, sharper than I expected. I put my phone down and walked next door to see Lily, my neighbor who'd moved in after her divorce a couple months prior. She opened the door, hair tied in a loose bun, eyes warm with concern. "You look like your world just tilted," she said softly. And for the first time in a long time, I felt safe enough to actually exhale. Lily didn't interrupt or judge. She just listened, her expression shifting from sympathy to disbelief as she pieced together how little respect Emily had for me. We sat on her couch, the air thick with quiet understanding. I told her how Emily had boarded a plane with her ex, acting like our marriage was optional, a commitment she could turn on and off at will. Lily shook her head slowly, outrage in her eyes at what I should have felt months ago. "She left you thinking you'd just wait like nothing happened?" she asked. Hearing it from someone who genuinely cared made it all click. I'd been loving a woman who saw my loyalty as weakness, not strength. As if to pour salt into the wound, Emily texted again. "Don't be dramatic. It's just a trip. You know, I'll always come back to you." That one line told me everything about how she truly viewed our marriage. I showed Lily the text. She laughed quietly, not mockingly, but in disbelief that Emily thought she could treat me like a backup plan. Something inside me shifted completely. Emily had chosen her path. It was time I chose mine. Instead of replying to her, I turned to Lily. "Would you help me send her a message she'll actually understand?" I asked. She smiled knowingly, sliding closer, her hand brushing mine gently. The touch was small, but spoke volumes, intimacy without a word. I lifted my phone, snapped a picture of the two of us together, calm, connected, peaceful. Beneath it, I typed the most devastatingly calm message I'd ever written. "Relax, you're already replaced." Then I hit send. What followed was chaos. My phone blew up with notifications. Her messages went from confident to confused to pure panic. "Who is she? Why is she in our house? You're joking, right? Answer me." The collapse of her ego was almost instantaneous. She had flown to Paris thinking she still held a place in my life. But one photo with a woman who actually respected me shattered that illusion. She wasn't heartbroken. She was furious I wasn't begging. She wasn't sad. She was terrified that I had finally realized my worth. She called, sent voice messages, shaky, frantic, full of desperate apologies and half-baked excuses. It was a mistake. He pressured me. I didn't think you'd take it seriously. Her panic spilled into every message. Meanwhile, Lily watched, calm, protective, whispering, "You don't deserve someone like that." As I listened, something hit me. I wasn't just done with Emily. I was finally ready to step into a life where I wasn't surviving on scraps of affection. Emily's meltdown spilled online. She posted dramatic rants, deleted them, reposted, panic and comments under my old photos. Screenshots circulated. In a matter of days, the woman who acted untouchable became the perfect example of what happens when someone realizes they no longer control you. She had flown to Paris with another man, But one calm, composed photo of me with someone who valued me brought her world crashing down. When she returned, she was unrecognizable. Pale, swollen from crying, steps slow, energy gone. She dragged her suitcase to our porch and found the lock's change, a single note taped to the door. You told me to relax, so I did. She collapsed on the steps, sobbing, as Lily emerged from her house, standing beside me. Panic and disbelief spread across Emily's face as she realized the truth. She was no longer the center of my world. And as I walked away, Lily beside me, the only sound behind us was her broken whisper. Please don't go. But I already had.